Hi there, welcome to Crack Concepts. Today we'll be working with the slicer function in Power BI. Slicer function is kind of a filter that goes onto your dashboard and makes it super interactive and changes the data in the visualization in real time, which makes it easier for your audience to gauge the changes. You'll understand more of it once we have made a visualization with this. So we'll be making one bar chart and one pie chart, and then we'll be seeing the impact of slicer function on that. First of all, let's load a sample data. So like before, try a sample data set and load sample data. Go to financials, tick this one and load. Our data is now loaded over here. So let's start constructing our bar chart. I'll select the clustered column chart. On the x-axis, I'll depict the month names, and on the y-axis, I'll depict the sum of units sold. So this chart basically shows how many units are sold each month. Now, let's construct a pie chart. So find the pie chart over in the visualizations element, click on it, and I would give the legend as segment and the values as units sold. So this shows how many units are sold in each segment. Now we need to have a bit of an area for slicers since our dashboard is full right now. So I'll just shorten this. Okay. Now I'm going to find the slicer, click on this. Now you have to drag and drop a field over here. I'll go with country. So this way we'll be able to toggle through the different countries and see how our pie chart and bar graph changes. So basically how the units sold changes in different countries. So now let's interact with the dashboard. Let me remove all these unnecessary elements for now and have a full screen view. Now, if you want to see units sold in Canada, you'll simply go and click over here. And if you unclick this, you can see the units sold across the world. Again, this shows just France. Suppose I want to see how many units are sold in United States of America and Canada. I'll go to United States of America, select it, press Control and select Canada. That's how we can select multiple options. Now, every time you add an element into your dashboard, there's a number of formatting options available. So go to the visualization element, format your visual, and here we'll work with them. So first up is slicer settings. Now right now the slicer is in a vertical format. If you go into orientation, you can turn it into a horizontal format. So you have to see which one fits your dashboard better. For me, I personally like the vertical, so let's get back to that. Then you can change the selection options. For example, right now multi-select with control is on, which is why we were able to perform that function. This is the default setting. You can also say to turn on the select all option. Then we have slicer header. If you turn it off, the country would not appear. And you can also make some formatting options like the size, the font, whether it's bold, underline, the color of the font, etc. And border, background. Of course, the basic formatting options are available. And you can do the same with the values. Values being these Canada, France, these country names. Then we can go to the general tab and we can work with the title. So above this header, you can also add a title to depict what your slicer does. You have to simply turn this on and give a name to it. Of course, there's a number of other options like the effects you want to give in this box, that you can add a background. This is standard for all the visualizations that you'll build. There's that, and borders, shadows. So right now, if you're working on a slicer function, I'll recommend playing around with the properties until you get where you want your dashboard to be. In case you don't like what has happened and would like to go back to the default settings, you can simply go on these three dots, click on it, and reset all settings to default. Of course, I didn't make much changes, so you can't really see it happening here, except the select all function has gone. Additionally, one final point of information when using slicers is the sync slices option. So to demonstrate that, I have created another page, and on this page I have created a simple donut chart which has segment and legend and values as profit, and then another slicer function in the country. If you want to practice side by side, please go ahead, pause the video and make the same. Now let's go ahead and use the sync slices option. So under your ribbon, go to the view ribbon and let's maximize this and select sync slices option under show page. You'll see this menu pop up. So I'll go on to unit sold again and I'll select the country slicer. You'll see both the pages with the slicer information of country has been displayed here. Right now, the option that I've selected is whether to view the slicer or not. If I wish to sync these slices, I'll have to tick these values under here. So let's sync units sold and profits together. And now I'll hide everything else. Now I'm going to select only Mexico. So true to the slicer features, only Mexico is being displayed right now. Let's go ahead to the profits page and see
And you'll see that Mexico is already selected over here because both our slices are currently synced. So any changes I make here would appear over here as well. So this is a very interesting feature if you're presenting only United States related information and you have tons of pages that you have to toggle through. You do not have to go each time and select the country that you want to display. You can just sync all the slices together and display them all together.
And that's how you work with slicers in Power BI. Thank you for watching Crack Concepts. We hope this video was helpful to you. If you like this video and would like more videos explaining these concepts in such a way, please consider subscribing.